Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Lailina. My student ID number is 194010022. I will explain about chapter 12, business presentations. There are 12.1 creating effective business presentations. It's called glossophobia by expert and means of public speaking. Many of us suffer bouts of intense anxiety at the thought of having to speak or present in front of an audience. The good news is that you can conquer the fear of public speaking and hone your skills with introduction and practice. Good speakers are molded, not burned. 12.a Speaking skills and your career. When you are in the job market, remember the speaking skills rank high on recruiters' wish list. Speaking skills are useful at every career stage. You might, for example, have to make a sales pitch before customers, speak to a professional gathering, or describe your company's expansion plan to your banker. 12.1b Understanding presentation types. A common part of a business professional's life is making presentations. Some presentations are informative, whereas others are persuasive. Some are face-to-face, others virtual. 12.1c Knowing your purpose. Regardless of the type of presentation, you must prepare carefully to ensure that it is effective. The most important part of your preparation is deciding what you want to accomplish. 12.1d Knowing your audience. Audience may fall into 4 categories. By anticipating your audience, you have a better idea of how to organize your presentation. 12.2 Organizing presentations to connect with audience. 12.2a Getting off to a good start in the introductions. Consider some of the techniques you used to open sales letter. A question, a startling fact, a story, or a quotation. Some speakers achieve engagement by opening with a question or comment that requires audience member to raise their hands or stand up. 12.2b Organizing the body of the presentation. Develop each main point with adequate but not excessive explanation and details. Too many details can obscure the main message, so keep your presentation simple and logical. Remember, listeners have to page to read to shout they become confused. 12.2c Summarizing in the conclusion. A conclusion is like a punchline and must stand out. Think of it as the high point of your presentation, a valuable kernel of information to take away. 12.2d Establishing audience rapport. From observations of successful and unsuccessful speakers, we have learned that the good ones use a number of verbal and non-verbal techniques to connect with their audience. Their helpful techniques include providing effective imagery, supplying verbal signposts, and using body language strategically. 12.3 Understanding contemporary visual aids. Good visual aids serve many purposes. They emphasize and clarify main points, thus improving comprehension and retention. They increase audience interest, and they make the presenter appear more professional, better prepared, and more persuasive. 12.3a Types of visual aids. Two of the most popular visuals for business presentations are multimedia slides and handout. Zoom presentation, an alternative to multimedia slides, are growing in popularity. 12.3b, moving beyond PowerPoint bullets. Slideshows created using PowerPoint in particular are a staple of business presentations. However, overuse or misuse may be the downside of the ever-pressure PowerPoint slideshow. Next, 12.4, preparing engaging multimedia presentations. Of course, gaining expertise with a software program requires an investment of time and effort. You could take a course or you could teach yourself through an online tutorial. 12.4a, analyzing the situation and purpose. If you are mailing the presentation or posting it online as a self-contained file or slide deck, it should feature more text than one that you would deliver orally. 12.4b, adjusting slide design to your audience. Think about how you can design your presentation to get the most positive response from your audience. There are the meaning of color, the power of image, and then the impact of special effects. 12.4c, building your business presentation. After considering design principles and their effects, you are ready to start putting together your presentation. There are organizing your presentation, composing your presentation, working with templates, revising and proofreading your presentation, and then evaluating your presentation. 12.4d, 7 tips to a powerful multimedia presentation. We have now discussed many suggestions for making effective PowerPoint, keynote, and Prezi presentations, but you may still be wondering how put it all together. There are: start with the text, select background and font, choose image that help communicate your message, create graphics, add special effects, create hyperlink, and then move your presentation online. And the last is 12.5, refining delivery, rehearsing, and performing your talk. 12.5a, choosing a delivery method. Effective delivery techniques is: avoid memorizing your presentation. Don't read from your notes. Deliver your presentation extemporaneously, and then know when notes are appropriate. 12.5b, combating stage fright. You can learn to control and reduce performance anxiety, as well as to incorporate techniques for effective speaking by using the following strategies and techniques before, during, and after a presentation. 12.5c, before your presentation, consider the following tips for a smooth start. Is prepare thoroughly, rehearse repeatedly, time yourself, dress professionally, check the room and the equipment, greet members of the audience, and then practice stress reduction. 12.5d, during your presentation. To stay in control during your talk, build credibility, and engage your audience, follow these time test guidelines for effective speaking. And then the last is 12.5e, after your presentation. As you are concluding your presentation, handle questions and answers competently and provide hands out. If appropriate, try the following techniques. There are: distribute hands out, encourage questions but keep control, repeat questions, reinforce your main points, avoid yes but answer, and then the last is end with a summary and appreciations. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.